What's up, Team Tobias? What's up, Big Sky, Montana? Lane Haymont here with Ann Rose. This is Quelling Your Query Conundrums, and I said it right that time.
You did.
Ann, take us away.
Take me away. Take me away. Is that like it's like from that old commercial? Calgon, take me. No, no
I'm not
idea.
that old, sorry.
Yeah, so old. So
All right.
anyway, all right. So we are here with another episode of Quelling Your Query Conundrums, and so prerequisite. I didn't get to read in these in advance today. So I am going into this the exact same way Lane is. So we have neither of us have seen, read, looked at these queries before. So we are just going to do the best we can. So I apologize in advance for anything that I pronounce incorrectly. And also that I am a terrible on-site reader and I don't have my glasses. So hopefully I can read these okay. So
Well, that's good.
we'll see how they go. So, dear literary agent, for fans of Scooby-Doo and Douglas Hoover's The Dirt Bike Detective, Title is a standalone middle grade mystery novel with series potential, featuring a black protagonist and a multicultural gang of fencing, camera-wielding Sherlock Holmes in the making kids and potentially haunted house of 48,000 words. It explores themes of courage, belonging as a middle schooler, entering new phases of life. His parents have been living their dream when they move into a new house, but Duke Thompson caught in a nightmare when he meets the ghost of the original owner, Silas Manchester. If he wants his family to leave the bed and breakfast behind, he's got to convince them spirits is real. The mystery is more than he can solve alone, so he calls on a trio of local kids to aid in his investigation. The case leads the children towards a long forgotten story, a feud between two families that saw a treasure lost and ended in flames 100 years ago. But while Duke finds proof that his house is haunted, the clues point away from Silas and towards a livelier alternative. Someone in the here and now wants them gone. Between an enthusiastic librarian with a communal connection to the place, a greedy real estate developer, and an angry historian, there's no end to the list of suspects. With his parents now on edge and his plan succeeding against his will, Duke needs to find the true culprit behind the spooky happenings before the bed and breakfast is ruined. If he doesn't, new friendships and his parents' plans might go up in smoke, just like the house. Bio, I look forward to hearing from you. Person. That's it.
How long was that query?
I mean, it probably sounds longer because I'm a terrible reader, but
No, it sounds long because it is long and there's like 30 characters.
It's less than a page. Like it's not that long.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's like half a page actually altogether. But it's single spaced. What font is this? 11. Let me change the font so I can get
Yeah, that's
read
a
on
lot
this.
more than half a page.
That and let's make it. Where's my Times? Where's my trusty Times New Roman?
Good old Times New Roman.
I enjoy a good old Times New Roman.
That's what I use for everything.
Same. That's my default. Unless I can for most things it's just Times New Roman.
I think it used to be Courier, but now people don't like it.
Oh, I don't know. Was it? Maybe that's what it was. It is still. It's a little over half a page, but it's not super long.
It felt super long. I like fencing, and Scooby-Doo piqued my interest.
Okay. Should we just break it down? Let's just break it down
Yes.
paragraph by paragraph. I think that's the easiest thing to do.
Yes.
So for fans of Scooby-Doo and Douglas Hoover's The Dirt Bike Detective, Title is a standalone middle-grade mystery novel with series potential, featuring a black protagonist, a multicultural gang of fencing, camera-wielding Sherlock Holmes in the making kids, and potentially haunted house. At 48,000 words, it explores themes of courage and belonging as middle schoolers enter new phases of life.
So
that is the first paragraph.
there is a lot of adjectives in there to describe the characters. Sherlock Holmes, camera wielding, fencing. I love fencing. I was a fencer as a kid. But why does it matter? And how does it affect the plot? It doesn't affect anything else going on in that query.
Yeah, I think it might be trying to set a tone. I think that it does succeed in that. It kind of gives us an idea of what it is that they're trying to go for tonally in the story. So it didn't bother me too much. You know how I feel about series potential. Like everything has series potential in my opinion.
I yep.
So I don't think you need to say that, but I mean, I didn't have any issues with the first paragraph, and I think it does kind of give you an overall, like a quick, this is what I'm kind of going for. This is tonally what you can expect from this story. Next paragraph. His
Okay, doke.
parents might be living their dream when they move into a new house, but Duke Thompson's caught in a nightmare when he meets the ghost of the original owner, Silas Manchester. If he wants his family to leave the bed and breakfast behind, he's got to convince them the spirit is real. So for me here, I was confused at first when I was reading because it said they moved into a house and then all of a sudden it's a bed and breakfast, which I get. Like I like, obviously after the fact, like I kind of, oh, okay, I can put the pieces together, but initially my initial action was like, wait, what? There's a bed and breakfast. They moved into a house. So I didn't
We
quite.
shouldn't have to put the pieces together.
Yeah,
It you want to make it as easy as possible for us to understand and not get distracted. Otherwise, I will get distracted like I am right now.
right. So I mean, another way to maybe put this is like when him and his parents move into their parents, I don't know, when the parents start their new business by moving into a house, right? That they're hoping to be a bed and breakfast. I don't know, something. I think there's a way to kind of like massage it a little bit to kind of get the fact that they're starting this business, it's a new bed and breakfast, and now he's got to live in this house. Right. So maybe even flipping those two, right? Like when his parents move into their dream, when they move into this bed and breakfast, now he's got to convince them, to leave the house. Obviously, a bed and breakfast is generally a house. So, I mean, maybe just flipping those two would be better.
Is it though?
Aren't they all?
I think so, but I'm trying to poke holes in your theory.
I don't know of any like thing that's called a bed and breakfast that's like a hotel. It's like a bed and breakfast is usually a big house and like you have a room and sometimes you share a bathroom and
I mean, I think you're right, but
but you want to poke holes in my argument
yeah,
anyway.
I
Okay.
want to poke holes in your rosebud conspiracy theories.
So I don't know. So maybe that's it. All right, now here comes the big one. This is the big paragraph because I think that does actually kind of set up a little bit of the story and it does it very concisely. But here's the meat. So the
Mhm.
mystery is more than he can solve alone. So he calls on a trio of local kids to aid in his investigation. The case leads the children. The case leads the children towards a long forgotten story, a feud between two families, and that saw a treasure lost and ended in flames 100 years ago. But while Duke finds proof that his house is haunted, the clues point away from Silas and towards a livelier alternative. Someone in the here and now wants them gone. Okay, I'm going to break here because there's so much happening that
Thank you.
it's really kind of hard to follow. So
Hmm.
obviously I understand, since when we get to later, I think that the lost in flames is that there was some sort of fire, right? But it's not clear. I think it's trying to be vague, but vaguely specific, but not specific enough. And so it's actually just coming off a little bit confusing, right?
Yes, I don't like vague queries because that's not going to get me to read something. That's going to get me to not want to read it because I don't know what it is. My
Yeah.
time's expensive. I don't want to spend my time reading something that I don't know what it is, if
So
that makes sense.
in that short little thing, we found out that there is not just obviously the main character and their parents, right? There's also three other kids and now two other families. So we have just expanded our cast of characters, and I'm not exactly sure, like, who is I don't know if I need all of those details. Like, I think it's good to know that there's a gang of characters, but we kind of already know that because of the Scooby Doo reference. But I mean, it's fine. Throw it in there. So
Yeah.
here we go. Between the enthusiastic librarian, there's another character with a familial connection to the place, a greedy real estate developer, and an angry historian. There's no end to the list of suspects. With his parents now on the edge of his plan succeeding against his will, I'm not sure what that means. What is his plan? Because he's wants to prove that the house is haunted, I guess, is so. But
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Duke needs to find the culprit behind the spooky happenings before the bed and breakfast is ruined. If he doesn't, his new friendships and his parents' plan might go up in smoke, just like the house. So that's how I finally understood the flames reference from before, but
Gotcha.
there you go. So, now would I look at the pages? Yeah, I totally would.
Would you?
I
What?
would.
Why would you look at the pages?
Because even with all the little flaws that are going on and like the over explanation of this story, it's telling me that this is a complex story, that they have thought about red herrings because there are so many characters, right? So I know that there's red herrings now. It might need editing out a little bit, but that's okay. I'm willing to take that risk. And I mean, you gave me Scooby Doo. Like, so I know shenanigans are happening, and so I love shenanigans stories.
Would I ask for
Yeah.
pages?
Well, if it was horror, maybe.
No, I would pass it along to you, to
Okay.
be honest.
Or Kelly.
No, Scooby Doo, I think hijinks, I think you.
That's fair. That's super
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. So, author, you have a great bones here for this query. I think that you're on the right track. I think maybe dialing back some of the characters, and while you are giving us a lot of information, maybe it's a little bit too much here. So, I don't know, just a little refinement, and I think this is good to go. So, I hope this helps you in some way.
Okay, why don't you take us out?
Okay, that's it for this episode of Quelling Your Query Conundrums. If you have a query that you are conundruming about, then go ahead and send us an email at the link below, because I'm sure Lane will go ahead and post that. And boop. And so do that, and we are hopefully going to have you on one of our episodes in the future. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and also leave them in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and what is that? You have to do something to our Patreon. I don't know how it works.
Sign up for our Patreon, and for YouTube, click the little bell. That'll tell you when we post a video.
Excellent. So yeah, do that, and then maybe one day, I don't know. I don't know. What is our goal? Well, maybe one day we'll get to help you with your query.
Oh,
So
yes.
there you go.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day.